Well, thank you, Ken Hunter, for that introduction, and welcome to another edition of the Outdoor Magazine show right here on the Outdoor Magazine Radio Network, 30 stations across the great state of Michigan, and I am glad to have you along with us. What is this show about? Well, that's an interesting question. I'm glad you asked. This show is about the outdoor lifestyle. It's about the tradition, the history and tradition of the outdoors, primarily here in the great state of Michigan, because this is a Michigan-based broadcast show. The topics we cover primarily hunting and fishing and shooting and trapping, wildlife issues, conservation issues. What I don't get into very much are the non-consumptive outdoor activities like hiking and camping and boating when you're not fishing. And there's nothing wrong with those things. Those are wonderful outdoor activities. I would encourage you, if you like that type of thing, to do it. Anything you can do to get outside, to get away from the house, away from the shop, away from the office, away from the computer screens, away from your phone, do it. Get outside, get some fresh air, enjoy Mother Nature. Maybe be a little uncomfortable. Maybe be a little too hot in the summertime, a little chilly in the wintertime, a little damp if you're out there in the rain. But you know what? To me, that's part of the experience. To me, that's part of the realism of the experience. You get away from the digital world where we have control over everything, and Lord knows I like that kind of stuff as much as anybody. But we need to get away from the digital world where if we click a mouse or touch a screen, we get immediate reaction and immediate reaction. We need to get out in the real world, out into Mother Nature, where we have no control over anything. We can't control if it's cold or if it's hot or if the wind is blowing or if it's snowing or raining. We can't control that. We can't control if the fish cooperate. We can't control if the critters cooperate when we're hunting. And to me, that's the cool part. That's the beautiful part, is that we don't have control over it, and that will allow us to put things back in perspective. Because in today's modern digital world, we are often masters of our domain. And you know what? In the real world, we're not. We're part of a bigger picture. We're just a cog in this whole thing. And getting outside, getting outdoors can help us to reconnect with that. It also helps us to reconnect with many of us, our personal family history and tradition. Like in my family, I never knew my great-granddad, but I knew my grandpa, and my grandpa loved to hunt and fish. My dad loved to hunt and fish. He taught me how to hunt and fish. I love to hunt and fish. My son James loves to hunt and fish. The grandkids, most of them, love to hunt and fish. All of them have been exposed to it, and most of them love it. So this outdoor lifestyle, for me, allows me to reconnect with my family history and continue the tradition and to pass it along. I concentrate on the more hardcore sides, the hunting, fishing, shooting, and trapping, because I believe that those are the areas that really need to be... I feel that I need to put those areas in a positive light, because as hunters and fishers and shooters and anglers, we are greatly outnumbered here in Michigan. Something like 7% of the population of Michigan hunts and fishes and shoots and traps. Now, you get into the northern lower, you get into the UP, it's like 90%. But overall, the entire state, we are outnumbered. And those people who are non-participants, not the antis, but the non-participants, they are the group who will, in large part, determine our future, because they have the votes. And whenever there's a conservation or wildlife or hunting or fishing related issue on the ballot, we need them to go along with us. We need them to be educated and support us. Nobody's trying to take away hiking or boating or camping. But there are still a lot of people in this world who are uneducated about hunting and fishing and trapping, and certainly shooting. So my goal with this show is to try to, I don't need to try to put a positive spin on it, to put it in a good light, because it is. Inherently, our outdoor lifestyle is good and positive and wholesome and biologically sound. So I don't have to work to try to make it look fun and biologically necessary, because it is. But that's what the show is about. Aren't you glad you asked now?